Hey guys, Renner here! Welcome back to the Herbie Ranches to Riches career mode here on Wreckfest, where we take Herbie from a C-class car all the way to the top of A-class against the best AI the game have to offer, and we beat them at their own game. Spoiler for last episode, we won on the death loop, and because there's no other major engine upgrades to go, we got 5 minor upgrades. But we are going to have to start taking things off of Herbie to progress into the bottom of A-class. I don't think Herbie's going to get all the way there on pure power alone. So we have to start making him a little bit weaker to make him faster. And today we're going to the Forward Motor Centre, main circuit, reverse. I'm not going to need a bit of top end speed right in a second. I'm seeing a few straights, so I'm going to have to go at least medium. I have to go at least central on the gears. I'm not seeing too many jumps though, so I might be able to stiffen up the suspension a little bit. Yeah, that's looking okay. Yeah, so let's keep it standard suspension. Yeah, standard gears. Yeah, let's leave it at that. And let's start from the back once again and see what we can do. Got a juggernaut next to us. And off the start, Herbie wants to go somewhere this time. Good one, Herbie. And we're trying to force the way through into a gap. That's maybe exits a little bit. And oh, that's a heavy braking zone. That's a heavy braking zone. We've been spun, we've been half spun. But we used Nomad and Smokey to get ourselves turned back around the right way. Now we're at 200 CP, so we got a good job. Where are they going? Where are they going? Well, apart from off the track, I don't think we'll be seeing them again in this race, as I've missed the braking zone completely, because of course the faster Herbie gets, the harder it's going to be to stop. Oh, where am I going through here? That was a horrific line. Again, I don't really know where I'm going for this first time. This is a learning experience. And when you have a learning experience and in 6th place, probably not the best combo, Herbie's all over the place. So we've got Slam Master first fill, we've got faster cars here behind, but we've gone from 24th to 6th in less than one fairly short, in terms of time and distance lap. You know what, I'm alright with that. As we come through, yeah, that's pretty good opening lap. And the heavy under braking way too late on the brakes, so we have to brake earlier than that. I'm down to a neutral place. So if it finishes here, I don't gain an upgrade, but I don't lose any either. So it's pretty much nothing lost, nothing gained, although smashed to the back of Road Warrior and spun them out. Spun out Road Warrior. Now you got Crash Man, who's in the same car that gave us so much trouble at the death loop last time, so we'll try and beat them at the right game. Of course, they're also a fairly small car, so I can actually bully someone out of the way. One of the few cars I can actually bully here in B class, because that one in front of us, I think, is, well, apart from the one starting the back with, is probably one of the most dangerous cars in the class. That's Smokey there making a move on the inside line. You got Crash Man trying to make a move on the outside. We get to shove that around the corner, so we actually get a pretty good line around there, actually, all things considered. Let's go now then on to lap 3, the best lap of the race, which is actually really disappointing, but somehow that lap was better than the first lap, since how much time we spent off the circuit. But we make a nice line there through turn 1K, very defensive, very much to the inside, but we make it stay there. We're up into 8th place, so we're on for a minor upgrade as things stand. I've still not got the braking point through here sorted yet. I can't afford to take armour off the front, is what I'm learning at the moment. I have to take my armour off the side, so if I get a T-bone, I'm absolutely screwed. Pretty much, we're getting a Slam Master now, getting a little bit of speed. Where am I going though? I know where I want to be. Don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. And oh, that was so close to contact there with Crashman. Okay, though, down to P10, so we're in a neutral place. It could be a lot worse, although I have to avoid getting lapped though. It's a 50-second lap for me at the moment. Probably, if I can keep it on the road, probably about 48, 47 seconds, maybe 45 on a mega lap. Yeah, that lap was definitely slower. I have 2 bites of the braking zone because I'm still not too sure where to go yet. Thinking those, maybe on this line there with the pickup. They've got Fast Freak, and he's living up to his name. That is some massive top end speed in that car. Hello. And they go for dive back inside. We've got the racing line, although they've got the confidence to keep it around the outside line. That's confidence that I just don't have with Herbie right now. We've still got 6 laps left to go, so there's still plenty of time yet to go. But Fast Freak though, in the American colours, they are definitely faster than us. They're going to move on the inside line. They've already roadkill there as well. They're a bit wiggly on the race, so I could maybe use their advantage later on, because Herbie tends to understeer more than oversteer, and they're all over the place. Fast Freak, and they lose it into the corner. Yes, they do have a big slam there with Screaming Eagle. I've lost it looking behind. Automatically getting back all there, down to 11th place. So I'm in a neutral place, so I've got to finish 13th or higher. It's where nothing bad happens, put it that way. And now through turn one once again. Scream Eagle and Fast Freak going at it. Scream Eagle's been pushed wide off the track. They managed to get themselves back on, kind of. As he's still got most cars in the race. 21. They go for a dive over the inside line, not quite. And lose it on the rail, a bit of snap oversteer. Yeah, Herbie not handling too well around this circuit, it seems. As, oh, that is such a horrible corner. I really can't do that one. Really can't do that one. I lose so much time as well because I can't do that corner properly. So we are catching up to a group of cars on the front. Not sure if these are back markers or for position. It doesn't really show. There's no dot differential colour on the mini-map as Reggie Roadkill's gone wide. He's taking off the Fast Freak with him. Up into PA, we're up into a good position, we're up into an upgrading place. Then we've got Crashman over the road once again. As to put on the best lap of the race. Going to go to the inside line here. Crashman is trying to take Slam Master wide. Cars which I didn't think I'd be seeing again. Someone there's having an issue. So a massive issue. That's a big crash for Crashman. With the clues in his name. He just wiped off half of his remaining health there. At least 30 damage done in that impact. As he loses the rear again. A little bit there, underplaying power down. We're up into P5. Hello, where did that come from? We're 50 seconds off the lead. So I think I've gained a little bit of time there, maybe somehow. And I think it was more than 15 seconds last time I looked at it. But then again, I'm not being paid too much attention to the lead. So I'm not expecting to be there at any point within the remaining 4 laps of this race. But this has been a very good lap. This is going to be by far my best lap. Although I've not crossed the finish line yet, so I shouldn't be saying things like that at the moment. So coming up to the line though, there we go, 48 seconds, so not as quick as I thought it was going to be. I thought maybe 47, maybe even 46. But again, with a bit of wishful thinking there. But yeah, I'm losing time to the cars up in front, so maybe it wasn't, maybe it was a different leader before. But yeah, the gap to up in front is leading, we're getting back there on Smokey, the one who we used to stop ourselves from spinning out all the way back on the opening lap of the race. And I cannot get this corner right for the life of me. I'm glad I've gone through a neutral suspension. If I went for a stiff one there, I would not be having a fun time over those bumps. With the rest of the lap, I've got pretty nailed down actually. And keep the power through. I'm gaining on Smokey. And of course, it won't be for a podium. If anything happens to one of the cars up in front, then again, I've got 6 seconds and losing time. So I think Smokey realistically might be the last car we can fight, unless one of the leading cars gets caught in back markers. There we go, into the 47-second laps now. Get a bit of power down, avoid those tyre barriers. Those tyre barriers went down. I can carry that a little bit, get that line a little bit there through the first corner. And they're coming out here to a back marker car, those Screaming Eagle. Weren't we just seeing them a few laps ago? I think we were. They've had an absolute mare in the past 3 or 4 laps. And I'm going to lift off now, I'm going to cut in early because I'm now going to understeer. Am I getting a better line? Not quite. And I've just voice cracked for days. But apparently PVT's not happened to me for the past 20 years. It's happened right there. We're still keeping here with Smokey though, still keeping with them. And then we've got Radio Roadkill gaining behind. I think that's one of them pickup trucks. I think I might have to consolidate 5th place in here. But I'm not going to give up though. I'm not going to give up with 2 laps left to go. Just have to try and keep it on the road though, which would be the main thing. There's a 2.5 seconds down on the best lap. No, of course I'm not going to get the best lap around this circuit, so no, I've definitely not got the pace for that. Still a lap and a half left to go. I'm definitely faster than Smoking, getting under braking. So this corner is okay. Now I've got the hang of it. It's just this next corner coming up, I'm absolutely horrific. I'm going to lift off and keep on the road. There we get a little bit of a slide though. Although we carry the speed through, we carry some good momentum, and then we drift out a little bit wide. So we still gain time though. We're still gaining on Smokey. Might have to be a dive on the final lap. There's a dead car down the inside, which is ideally where I want to park my car. But I can't get to that line. Then we have to think of something else here with Herbie. 1 lap to go. Smokey loses the rear, feeling the pressure. They put the power down now. Got the good acceleration with the upgrades that we had from the previous episode. They keep it through. They're going to make contact with Smokey now. We put up our best lap. I'm going to give a little bit of a squeeze as he do. That's a bit awkward there through the first corner. Smokey gets it back up the inside line. They've lost it on the rear. Smokey's absolutely sent it around. But no, that's put Bradley Roadkill behind. We've got Scott Steiner, a big papa pump on there. In P3 on the podium. I don't know if you hear him. Hopefully if you've seen that by the end. We've got Bradley Roadkill though with better speed on the inside line. On the inside line, I don't want him to be on the inside line. Because it's just going to shove me around like that. I'll use him to get myself back 10 back round though. But that's the position lost. And here comes Fast Freak once again. I thought we see there Romano Rotten wins the race. We spin out for a Fast Freak. Not quite the Genetti Freak there up in P3. Can I go for a dive on Bradley Roadkill? Yes I can. Can I make it stick there? I'm going to push him wide. I'm going to push him wide. You tend to get myself turned around the corner. We run out wide as well. We're onto the grass, which we're going to be actually going to be a lot slower. Even though we're on dirt anyway with a dead car. I spun myself out. Bradley Roadkill there gets us for P4. But it's not going to matter. We still cross the line in a good position. So we're still going to be getting an upgrade from this race. Or would that be a downgrade? I'm not too sure. I might start taking armor off now at this point. Gonna have to have a look at it. I might have maybe another upgrade left to go. Or we're going to have to start removing things from Herbie. Alright, onto upgrades. I know there's nothing left on the engine. I'm on the max engine. Let's go all the way to the end. I've still got one upgrade left to go. Okay, 200 CP. So let's start removing things from Herbie in the next race. You know what, let's do another race. Let's do one more. A custom event. Where should we go for this other one? I'm going to go for another relatively short track. So I'm already at 10 minutes with this first race. This look... Oh, what the hell is that? What is that? I'll save that for another episode. Let's go for the inner route on Northland Raceway. Seeing a bit of elevation here, so I might have to leave things as they are. And the first corner looks to be very tight as well, so not looking too good for being on the outside line, which is where I'm probably going to be, because I'm probably going to be starting at the back once again. Seeing elevation, not seeing jumps though. Bit of tarmac, okay. Do I want to lead? Do I want to go higher on the gear ratio? I think I do. I'll go short on the gear, so not too much straight. Let's go. Last place. Okay. So I'm going to be limited to about 90 miles an hour maybe, but I can put the power down massively, find a gap to the inside line here between Thundercat and Rock Dog. Yes, I do. I'm going to force them out wide though into the turn 1, now into the really tight hairpin of turn 2 as a Rebel Rat there gets sent wide around the outside. It's a different Rubber Rat to before. It's the Skyline, which doesn't really have much speed. Look how much speed I've got with my short gears. You'll be already up into P9. Going to use Tough Dog to get myself turned around the corner. And it's going to spin out Killboy. I'll up there into P7, going to squeeze to the inside line though. That's not going to get squeezed out by the Archbishop of Banterbury. Where am I going? I have no idea. I'm on the outside line here. I don't want to be on the outside line here. That's exactly why I'm going to get bullied by cars. Smokey gets sent round. They're not in the same bulldog as before. Not Baron Corbin's made an appearance. Someone else has spun. I've lost 7 with massive contact there. I think I've done this track before. I recognise it. Well, not this layout, but I recognise the track as a whole. I think I've been here before. But they're going to force the Boogeyman out wide. I'll run into P7. So we're in a good place. Made us 17 places at the end. Well, at nearly the end of the first lap. And keep it. Oh, this corner tightens up massively through here. I can go faster through that though, but this first lap, this lap is the learning experience. And 90 miles, yeah, I've run out. I'm choking a little bit of top end speed here, but I think it's all right for around the rest of the lap. That's gonna be all right. But it's gonna have to be ready because I can't actually change it now. We've got Brute Force.exe. You've got Lester's hacking mechanism currently leading the way as we come through the hairpin section now for the second time. A lot better than we did in the first one. Spun out, Toughness facing the wrong way. Not sure what happened to them. We've already got a few cars there out of the race. Got 21 left. Rebel Rats there down at the back. I get a little bit off the ground there. That's not too great, but I must add the suspension again, so that's what I have going for me. I have to avoid that. That tree is going to cause someone issues at some point. Maybe already caused issues there for the Cobra, maybe already caused issues there for Crashman. Oh, the tyre barriers are causing me issues. Those tyres are very fixed into the ground, it would seem. And there's already 3 cars out there, all in the same place. There's some massive crash which has gone on there. But them 3 to all be out at that exact same point through there. And I've got hit off the wall, got stuck there, just got dragged out a little bit wide. That is a horrific line through the final corner there once again. Going all the way up to the wall. We crossed the line there for a 1 minute 4, so we just knocked off 10 seconds from my best lap, which isn't really surprising since the first lap was a little bit horrific. There's a group of cars. We are gaining, although we're losing the radio for that corner, having a little bit of slide. We hit the wall though, we tap it a little bit, but we get away with the contact. We got 3 cars up in front, and we can definitely clear them. I feel like I'm faster than them, maybe in the moment. It depends how much fighting they do. That's a massive crash there. What's going on? What's going on with all of these cars here? We passed one of them, so I was facing the wrong way. Now we're in the line of both of them now as well. Then again, Crashman out this line for the podium. Time to get it on. We're on the horrible tyres. As I thought it into the line, wouldn't be much else I could do in those tyres. I'm definitely fixed to the ground. Brute Force is down to second place. Brute Force has had issues. Brute Force has failed the Brute Force. Brute Force have lost the wheel. Now I'm going to get up there inside line there. They're going to run out wide. Crashman runs out wide. He comes back in though. You're going to try and spin him out. Yes, we do. I'm now defeated. Mr. Kennedy leads the race. Mr. Kennedy, he was last on the death loop in last episode. He's found his microphone. He's found his WWE contract. The aces and eights are back. All is good with the world once again. And now can we try and chase Ab after the man in his microphone? We got Thundercat inside. Then we got Baron Corbin in P4. He's not going to be stealing my money in the bank contract. He's not going to be stealing my place either. We're going to go through there. Is Mr. Kennedy's definitely got the slide on. If we can get a good line, we've got a good pace through here. Mr. Kennedy gets a little bit of slide on there once again. That pickup truck's very, very loose on the rear, it seems. Which could be good for me if I can just pit them round, because I have too much power on the rear, and that'll send them round. Which is ideally what I'm aiming for, so then I can remove 5 pieces of armour from Herbie to get into A class. We're going to go for a dive into the inside line though. Straight up the inside line of Mr. Kennedy. And we take the lead away from the microphone. And we're going to cross the line now for our personal best lap. Not the best lap of the race though, well I'm not ideally bothered about that. I don't know if removing 6 pieces of armour from Herbie is the way to go, in all honesty. But we've got to be nearing A class now, surely. I've got a lot of cars, I'll have to have a look what sort of CP goes towards A class, but I'm going to have to start removing armour. And having to remove a lot of it, so we're going to be very fast and very weak. So basically, we're going to be like the C-class AI buggies, very fast, the fastest things in the class, but extremely weak. So we've got 1 lap of the race left to go. Lose 3 and a bit seconds there. I'm getting back on Mr. Kennedy, so Mr. Kennedy's had some sort of mare. Maybe some sort of engine damage, not too sure. Oh, the Skyline's lost it, they're into the wall. I'm going to have to go for a dive back at the inside line there, Rebel Rat, can I make it? I'm going to try and force them into the rock. Not quite, I love missing breaking point there a little bit. I am slightly scared here of the Skyline because they're a bad market car we've seen in the past. Bad markets don't really agree with me when I'm lapping them. So I'm going to try and force my way past Rebel Rat. They force them into the wall and that's them wrecked. Well, that's them dealt with. They're not part of my race anymore. And they're not part of the race anymore either. I'm keep it nice and chilled through here. Nice and chilled to avoid this dead car, which is in a really annoying place for me. Got 7 seconds to play with. No point having a massive lead if I'm not going to use it up. But I've still got to get to the line there. Mr. Kennedy, he's kept me honest. At least somewhat, he's final laps. Not quite sure what's happened to him. As there's only 10 cars left in the race. So I'm in a good position. Really, no matter what happens. And around the final corner, put the power down, understeer wide a little bit. Going to slide over the rear. And I'm going to work my way over to the line. And that's going to be another win. And that might just see us into A class. Maybe. Just maybe. Do we get best lap? Do we get to keep best lap? Yes, we do. We got it by 7 tenths in the end from Thundercat. So Kennedy was quick, just not quite consistent enough. Do we get a level up? Yes, we do. Performance upgrade? Is that for me? Do I now get an engine upgrade? I could really do with one. Now let's go back into the garage. Did I get an engine upgrade? Oh, it wasn't for Herbie. There's nothing left to do on the performance side of things. So the armour is going to have to come off. That takes down 3 points of health. I've got 4 upgrades left to go. Oh, that knocks off a lot of health. I'm still only a B class car at this point. That doesn't change it. I'll go for that for now. Side panels damage I am scared of. No, what does this take off? Is this my front or the back? You know, I can't even see what difference that makes. That's 3. Now what else can I take off? This frontal rear bumper. Hey up. I'm seeing A class. I'm seeing A class. What's the CP difference? 235. I have to go for nothing on the rear. I am okay with rear shunts. It's the front where I drive into things that I'm mostly concerned about. And now I'm going to have to lose that side panel as well. 258 CP. And just to give you an idea of the other things that are in that class, this is actually the second high. See, Herbie's the second highest CP car that I own. They got Speedbird on 260. And the original car from when this game was in like a development stage. Yeah, A-class from now on with Herbie. A very bare-looking Herbie. So if you enjoyed this episode of Wrenches to Riches, we got Herbie into A-class. Now we just got to win a proper race. So if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any future videos. If you give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, that'd be much appreciated as well. They'll be linked down below in the description. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time for the first races in A-class.